I am 6 years in farming and I still lost close to 15 birds in January. Does that make me a successful farmer? Farms who have been 15 years in business and they shut down this year, would you call them successful? Everybody is successful. It all depends on chance or season that meets us all, especially if you're living in a country like Nigeria. If you go through my other videos, you will know that in December I lost some staff, some of the staff did not return, and so I had to take up the farm almost alone with the help of little family members who put in while I do staffs. Now, in January normally comes with different diseases, especially bird flus. If you're a farmer, I would advise you in January to February, please up your security of your farm because this can prevent deaths. Well, for me, it wasn't bird flu, but January came with lots of for some farms, you might dot all your T's and cross all your I's, which means you might do everything by the books and you can still lose birds. Even the oldest farmers in history still lose birds. So I woke up one day and I saw that I lost 10 birds due to heat stroke. There was a heat stroke, there was a major heat wave in January that caused a lot of farms to lose lots of birds. And this can happen to me. This is happening to me, a farmer. I didn't prepare for it, but I lost birds. Does that make me a successful farmer? We are just trying to get by. We try and we give our personal best just to keep the farm going or to keep them alive. We do, but this is the season that met me, the season of a hot wave. So I had to be ice blocks in my freezers to put them in the tanks to cool my birds. I had to be spraying water on my birds just to regulate their temperature. Bear it in mind that birds do not have sweat pores. So when the weather is very hot, and this is what we do to regulate their temperatures. In a country like Nigeria, where we are struggling with the rate of inflation, where there are some farmers that have set what will take them throughout the year for the feeds that the birds will eat, the eggs they would reproduce, and something can just happen and they can have 100% inflation and they cannot meet up to the prices that are being given to them as farmers. Does that make them unsuccessful if they decide to shut down their farms? No. Does that make them unsuccessful if they decide to cut down their birds to the ones they can take care of? No. My point is, there is no successful or unsuccessful farmer until you hear the stories or the situations or the environment that puts farmers in situations they can't manage. Through my videos, especially during the poultry farming videos, you would see where I lost some birds due to environmental factor or due to the laxity of a very wicked driver. Does that mean I am not successful? I lost hundreds of birds at once. Times that farms can do everything right, and somehow we have this bird flu wave that might come in and kill lots of birds. Does that make them unsuccessful? We are battling an environmental problem. We are battling inflation. If we're not battling inflation, we are battling staffs, humans. If we're not battling humans, we are battling a lot of unforeseen circumstances can happen when you are a farmer. But what makes you a successful farmer is learning how to combat these problems, learning how to avoid these problems, and also shutting down if you have to shut down to live to fight for another day. I almost shut down last year. There was a time the feed shot up more than 100% increase. I took a loan to keep my farm going. Now talk about farmers that cannot take a loan, or that were not in the position to get monies like I did from friends or family that supported me to keep that farm going until you come out from the woods. Would that make them an unsuccessful farmer? No, they are successful. They are just not in the time or the chance to get the help that they need. And so if you're watching this video, I want to tell you, do not be too hard on yourself. You are doing well. If you are an intended farmer or you love agriculture or you have any other business that you're running and you're watching this video, I want you to clap for yourself or to tap yourself at the back and say, I am doing well. Because we all have our pockets of problems. Nobody is stress-free. Nobody's business runs without hitch. We all have our hitches. We all have our pockets of problems that we tend to contend with. So you are doing well. You are successful in your own right. You're running a small 1,000 birds farm and you're trying to keep your birds alive and they're laying your eggs. You are successful. You're losing your birds through no fault of yours. You are trying. You are successful. So this vlog This particular vlog is just a vlog to encourage people in whatever business you're doing. We are fighting against battles we are not seeing, minus the battles that we fight for in prayers or in affirmations. We are fighting against environmental battles. We're fighting against governmental battles. We're fighting against people's battles. These and so many more are the battles that we fight for. So I'm trying to tell you, as a Nigerian or wherever you are watching this video, struggling to keep your head above water in business, in your office, you're doing well, you are successful. There is no word like an unsuccessful farmer and a successful farmer. I employed 3 workers in January. I brought 2 workers from the north to Port Harcourt. I offered them a higher salary. I was paying them in 5 figures. So you should know the figure, not 50, not 70, not 80, and not 100. Because those are the people that were meant to manage the farm, but they were not competent. Sometimes it's not even about the salary that you pay your workers to be competent. It's about the person taking your business as a business, being fully immersed in your business. And I had to let them go and still search for more. These are the problems that we have as business owners in Nigeria. Competence. Does that make me unsuccessful? It doesn't make me unsuccessful. You have an issue in your farm, your birds are sick, and as a farmer you call in a vet that you think is competent, and the vet comes in and he prescribes drugs and drugs and drugs, which ends up killing more of your birds, or without arresting that problem. Does that make you not competent or not successful? It's no fault of yours, but from the person that you called in, that you trusted to take care of your birds. Right now, lots of farmers are complaining about feed having a drastic drop in egg production. They are doing the right things. They are cleaning their farms, their feeders are clean, their drinkers are clean, Lasota has been given, they have dewormed their beds, but they are still having a drop in egg production. There has been an alleged drop in the quality of feed that we give to our birds. So in as much as we are buying feeds at this exorbitant price, I find myself changing feeds for the past 3 months just to bring up the production of my birds. Does that make me an unsuccessful farmer even after how many years of farming? No. Be kind to yourself. Tell yourself, I'm doing this. I will get it right. It will be better. As I'm talking to you right now, I have a drop in production. I have changed from one feed to another feed, trying to see when it is not from my birds. Let me look at my feed. Let me look at their feed intake. Let me look, testing the quality of the kind of feed. Despite the exorbitant price, we are battling with market pricing, which is not favorable to farmers. These are many of the indices that we fight against in our agro world. So you are doing well. You're doing well. You're doing very well. I say never put it in you that you are unsuccessful and another farmer is successful by what you can see from the outside. I am here to say, be soft on yourself. We all have our seasons. January was my season of my birds were sick. I thought it was bird flu, but it wasn't bird flu because I panicked. I said, what is going on? They were not dying, but they were sick. They had a drastic drop in egg production. The first thing you will check as a farmer is your biosecurity. So I checked to see whether any part has been breached, and there was no part that was breached. The loose ends I could tie up, I tried to tighten those loose ends up. So what could be the problem? I was making my birds sick. Sometimes as a farmer, you won't even know the problem. You won't even know what is wrong with your birds. Just be dying before your eyes. And so this was my predicament in January. My eggs dropped drastically below 50%. And I battled. The story is different. January was not my season. Does that make me an unsuccessful farmer? No. My point, sometimes when those seasons come, weather the storm. Try and be strong. Do not give up hope. Do not also immerse yourself. Farming has made me emotionally strong. Do not panic. Just know that with time, when that season has passed, it will be better. If there are things beyond your control, sit it out. I was sleeping. During January, I did not make profits in my farm. The only profit I made was to buy feed for my birds and keep the farm afloat. Just because I was battling my birds, had a drastic drop in production. So my point, we all have our pockets and small pockets of problems which we try to combat. What keeps us as successful farmers is me being here to sit down to you today and telling you that that season has passed for me. I weathered the storm. I am still pushing. We are not yet there, but we are better. My birds have weathered the storm. They are better. Their egg production has increased. Not the best at the moment, but we are much better in profits. I have new staffs. I have better production. The storm of January passed for me. So be kind to yourself. Be lenient with yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself when it comes to business. Tell yourself you are doing better. You are doing your best. So today's vlog is just to encourage people that are going through so much. Most times I see lots of comments under, especially on my other social media platforms. As you know, I'm trying to come up here on YouTube. Please, if you like my videos, please don't forget to like and subscribe and share my videos. So this vlog is just to encourage anyone that you are not doing badly. We are all fighting battles we do not see. Some come, but we just pray. When it comes to agriculture, one thing is the knowledge you are sure of. You will do your best. Doing your best and leaving the rest to God applies to agriculture a great deal. As farmers, we bring in birds. We try to do our best. We try to have the omniscient eye to see every single thing, even if we can't see all. We try to do right by our birds. We have done your best, and you leave the rest. You just leave the rest. You can't fight it. If I did not shut down in January, I can't shut down again. I have never had such a hit than the one I had in January. But we thank God that we do not look like what we have been through. February is good, smooth sailing, my birds are up, my workers have been behaving okay. We live to fight another day. So if you're a farmer, if you're intending to get into agriculture and you're watching this video, I am here to encourage you that we are all on the same journey. We are all successful. What matters is keeping our head afloat at all costs. A call from a friend of mine inspired this video. She called me, she was crying. She said, "Are you losing birds? Your own is good. I'm losing birds. I am cursed. I don't know why. I lost 10 broilers." And I told her to calm down. Calm down. Most farmers, if they open up to you and they tell you, there are people that, I know somebody that even lost a whole pond because the water was poisoned. But you won't know if farmers would tell you their battles. Calm down, ma'am. This would pass. This season will pass. Identify the problem. Why did I lose the birds? What happened? Is it the fault of your birds? Or is it the fault of your workers? Or is it your own environmental factor? If you have dotted your I's and crossed your T's, we carry on. The birds are dead, they are dead, but we move. I have not seen people that are more resilient than farmers. Farmers will be having dead birds today and they'll be booking for new birds the next day. Hey. Last year I said I would not do turkeys because of my experience with turkeys. Yes, I sold turkeys. If you go down to my videos and you see where I put turkeys and I had an experience, but am I going to put turkeys this year against Christmas? I am here. Yes, I will put turkeys against Christmas. I have learned from my mistakes and I will do better. I am not scared of the future. I am not scared of what is going to wait for me. That is the mindset of farmers. We keep pushing against all odds. Sometimes we take losses, but we never lose hope that we can be better. I have to go. I just thought to encourage one or two people by this video that do not fret, do not be tired. So if you're watching this video and you are down, if you're watching this video and you are scared, if you're watching this video and you are confused, I want you to know that you are not alone. We have been all there. We can be there. What matters is it will pass. This too will pass. Just try to dot your T's and cross your I's. By doing the things you can and taking the leap, you will succeed. We are all successful. Thank you for watching this vlog. Thank you for even sticking to the end to watch this vlog. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in 2 days. This time we'll all be going to my farm. Please click the like button. Always turn up my post notifications. I am here on YouTube. I am here to stay on YouTube.